everybody, we're Mike and Brenda Baker, and we're so thankful that you're here with us today. This is video 2 of 7, and the topic of all of these, sorry, I have a cold. The topic of all of these videos is 7 emotional issues women deal with in remarriage. And so all of them have to do with that. Now, today's actual title is When Biological Mom Hates Stepmom. Oh dear. I've lived this, ladies. I've lived it. And for the last almost 25 years, I have dealt with a woman who absolutely hates me for everything that I do, everything I say, and she's got to mock every single thing that she hears. And I get to hear it through the kids or the kid that they share. And that's been a really, really difficult situation for me because, well, I'm a fighter. I'm going to fight about it because I want to protect my people. And so in our younger years, one of the things that I really struggled with was getting into these situations where I really shouldn't have been to begin with because I was just the stepmom. Now, not to belittle myself or belittle you if you're a stepmom, but it's the facts. You're not the parent. And so there are certain rules that you have to follow as a stepmom. So point number 1 is don't get caught in her drama. Oh my word, I wish somebody would have told me this, okay? Especially high conflict bio moms will, and I repeat, will want you in their drama. They want to make you as upset as possible, whether it's crying, angry, like seething, ready to kill them, whatever.
Just a quick note here too. We're not talking about every bio mom, all right?
No.
Now we're talking about, unfortunately, the majority. This is a majority issue. If you're in a situation where the actual bio mom is not that way, I want you to praise God and thank everybody around you and just be thankful. But just as a caveat, this isn't every bio mom, but this is the majority.
Right. Probably about, would you say 70% of people?
Maybe even 80, yeah.
70 to 80% of people that we work with have had issues with the bio mom.
In this area, yes.
Okay, and so we're not saying this because this was just the way that we had things go in our life. It's because this is usually how things go.
Right.
So yeah, don't let yourself get upset by the little things that she does, by the little things she says, by the things that she might imply. Okay, just do what you can do. I don't know if you are interested in God or any of that, but what I want to tell you is from the beginning of time, God knew what was going to happen with your husband and the first wife. And so from that very beginning, he picked you to be the stepmom. And so there's great power in that, in the fact that God chose you. So don't get so upset about what happens. And again, this is something I wish somebody would have told me because it really would have helped me to not get so caught up and not let so many things steal my joy, because that was really the case for me. Is I just would be so upset. I would just cry and a lot of the times, I would just feel like, good grief, why am I such a crappy person? Like, what's wrong with me? When I was trying my hardest to love 2 kids that were not mine. And I did it on purpose, and I did it with my full heart, and I'm not sad that I did, but it really would have been nice to know these things. So that's why we're here with you today. Did you have anything to add on that? Okay. All right. So the next point number 2 is limit your engagement. You don't have to play happy family. Don't be fake. Hi, that's all you really have to say. You don't have to snub her, but you also don't have to sit and have Christmas dinner or birthday parties or any of that. If that works for your family, great. But for 70 to 80% of people, it doesn't work to have holidays or special events with the bio mom. Just go ahead.
So, keep in mind that really the only thing you can control is your household.
Yeah.
And a lot of you are probably thinking, yeah, but this affects my household. There's a big difference between what affects your household and what you can deal with within your household. Those things that affect your household, it's completely up to you how much of how much of that you let in. Deal with what you can deal with within your family, within your household. When the doors are closed, that's ultimately what matters. That's why we're saying limit engagement. Hi-bye, that's really all that's necessary. And no matter how nasty the other hi-bye might be, always smile and do your best to actually be sincere in your hi-bye.
Exactly. And you might still get accused of being rude or being short. Who cares? Don't worry about it. She's going to say anything to try to make you feel like a crappy person. And you're probably doing way, way better than you think. So just keep doing what you can do. If you make a mistake, apologize or just correct the behavior. Sometimes it's even worse to apologize to these high conflict bio moms because you give them an inch and they'll take 5 miles. Okay, so sometimes apologies are necessary if you really mess up, but other times it's just better to just correct it and not have it happen again.
Yeah.
Or send a message or a I'm sorry card or something like that where you don't actually have to talk to her. I went to mediation with my husband's ex-wife 3 times and it never helped, but I sure tried hard to abide by all of the things that I had done wrong, according to her, and it still didn't matter, okay? I tried so hard to do everything that she was saying was upsetting her that I was doing, and it didn't matter because there was always something else. Yeah. And that's just how it goes. Any other?
No.
Nothing?
Third point.
Okay, so our third point today is keep her stories out of your house. Now, typically these stories come in through the kids that you share. Don't allow them.
You know what mom did?
Yeah. It doesn't matter what she's doing. It doesn't matter what she's saying about you. Who cares? She doesn't know, just don't let it bother you. So often we women get really upset about things that we can't control, first of all. And second of all, why do they really matter anyways? They're coming from a source of a person that, a lot of the times, wouldn't you say it's just easy, it's just better to just tell the kids, I really don't need to know that, so let's not share those things.
Yep.
And
leave those things in her house.
Exactly. And that's setting boundaries with your stepkids that they need. Because let me tell you one thing that we have learned the hard way. When you don't set those boundaries with the stepkids, when they're coming back and forth, what they end up doing is they still do it as adults. They still, and they tell you all these things, and then they go to their mom and say all these things. It's a never-ending battle. So just move on and tell them that's unacceptable. We're not going to talk like that. We're not going to worry about that. That's, it's okay. And just move on. Right?
Right.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, we're so thankful that you were here today with us. And we really hope that this episode of When Biological Mom Hates Stepmom really has helped you to understand that you're not alone. 70 to 80% of stepmoms have to deal with this in one form or fashion. Mm-hmm. And I apologize. I've got still kind of a little bit of a cold. So, but we just want you to know that it's normal. It's not you.
Yep.
Just move on. It's okay.
It's all good.
Yeah. You're doing a good job. Just keep loving those kids. Just keep trying to do whatever you can to encourage them and build them up so that they can be good people when they're older. Work on your marriage and just do your best, okay? We thank you so very much for being here today, and we'll talk to you again soon.